Welcome, ladies and gentlemen. I am Lanolin, and we are back with episode 112 of my modded Minecraft Let's Play series. Hooray! In this episode, we are going to be focusing on automating all of the EnderIO machines. But first, we're going to start with the Sawmill, because that's kind of what we have set up at the moment. If you weren't around in the previous episode, you should go check it out, because it was pretty sweet. We spent a bit of time cruising around the base, upgrading all of the conduits, or power conduits, I should say. Energy conduits, I should say, even more, because they were kind of weak. They were just the crappy little red ones that couldn't really do too much, and it was about time to change them out. Which ones were they? They were these guys. This is regular basic energy conduits. We upgraded them to these guys, the enhanced energy conduits. Pretty awesome, I should say, because there's going to be a lot of machines in this room, all kind of running in tandem most of the time. And it wouldn't be a very good idea if we only had a power conduit that could only transfer 640 RF a tick, because that's not going to be enough for a lot of these machines, especially once I have the octated capacitors in here and they're starting to pull serious amounts of power, making serious amounts of items. So this episode, what we're going to do is take all of this awesome stuff that I've already kind of set up in regards to the second P2P tunnel that I set up for this guy, since I don't know if we're going to get to 32 channels worth of machines in here, but we will definitely get past 8. So it's worth setting up to make sure that these guys can communicate without any issues. So to get us started, what I want to do is actually I don't know if I need to run anywhere. I need to grab a few interfaces that I always spell wrong. There we go. All right, so I need a couple of them, so I can go ahead and make those real quick. Thank you very much. Hell yeah. Now, normally when I do this, I put the interfaces on top, but it really doesn't matter where you put them. So this time around, I'm actually going to put them on the back. Because if I did that, I thought it might be really cool to maybe, make this room kind of fancy. I mean, it's not a room that I'm really going to be going into too much, so I figured I would kind of do it like this. And to make it look nice and clean. Yeah, I still haven't done anything with these rooms yet, I'm sorry. But yeah, I could make it really nice and clean and just look all nice and laboratory, that kind of thing. Super, super clean. That's all we want. So, with these guys set up, it's really just a matter of making a bunch of patterns and putting them in here. It's very simple. I mean, I've basically already covered this when I went ahead and automated the charger. Except, actually, I guess the charger uses an import bus as well as the interface. I don't think these machines, I'm pretty sure the machines or the interfaces handle the sucking it back up, but we'll see. If not, it's a good thing we ran that P2P tunnel. So with that, let's actually get some stuff going. I have a little list of things that I wanted to automate, mostly silicon, all the various dusts, gravel into flint, and cobble into sand. Now, the cobble into sand and the sand into silicon is the reason why I went ahead and made 2 sag mills, because that is something that we don't want the same sag mill in charge of. We don't want one sag mill in charge of doing both sand into silicon and cobblestone into sand, because it's going to have to wait for that. It's going to have to wait for the cobblestone to sand crafting function to finish before it can start sand to silicon. So just something to keep in mind whenever you're creating things. So what we're going to do is grab a piece of cobblestone, grab ourselves a piece of sand. Basically, we're going to grab one of all the different... Actually, I already had some cobblestone. We're going to grab one of all the different dusts and things that we might need. So Certus quartz dust for sure. I'm going to have to go and grind up some more of this fluix stuff, or this fluix dust, which is fine. That's cool. It's cool. So... Flux crystals. Oh yeah, this was something else that I want to grind up, so actually it's a good thing that I grabbed this. I didn't even write that down. So yeah, this guy being ground into that. So actually I guess I don't need the dust. My bad. I need just the regular Certus crystals themselves. Actually, I do need the dust as well to teach it what it will turn into. So let me run downstairs really quick and grind this guy into a little bit of dust. Oh nice, I have some already. Hell yeah. That's pretty convenient. Alright, let's get you out of there. Don't need you. So let's do these really quick before our inventory gets too full and I start losing track of things. Like what I just did. Give me this back. Alright, so first things first, we want to do cobblestone can grind down into sand. Let's get that. Nice. Next thing I want to do is sand. Turns into silicon. Nice. Hell yeah, nice and easy. Encoded pattern. Okay, so we got those two guys. Now we're going to do the crystals. Certus quartz crystal, just a regular one, turns into one single certus quartz dust. Same thing with this, fluix into fluix dust. Hell yeah. So let me get all this stuff out of here real quick. Trying to think if there's anything else I can do. Oh yeah, the nether. One nether quartz. Whoops. And I actually need to grab one to grind into dust really quick. Again, I cannot wait until I no longer need to do this. It'll be a glorious, wonderful day. I can request quartz glass, and I don't have to run down there and grind up dust. It'll just make it. It'll just be like, yes, yes, Lanolin, right away. Let's take that out before I screw that up. Well, I don't even know what I did there. All right, cool. So we've got those 5. Let me double check notes. Gravel the flint. Ah, that's the last one we need to do. Gravel to flint. We don't have any flint. Let's make one up real quick, actually. Piece of flint. Switch this guy back. Nice. There we go. I could just use the 3 gravel, you know, the 1 flint recipe. I mean, I have enough gravel, and we all know gravel is useful for nothing. So, whatever. I like this better. So now what we can do, actually, if we wanted to, we could just interface terminal right like this. And I think the ones that we're looking for are nothing. Oh, here we go, Sawmill. Nice. So we can just drop these guys in here just like that. Also keeping in mind that we don't want these guys on the same one. So let's actually switch that up like that. I guess we can toss a few of the dusts on there. Very, very cool. Now, if I request flint, let's say 100, start, we should start getting a whole bunch of flint. Well, actually, we might not. This is kind of the test to see if I do, in fact, need import buses. Which I'm thinking I do. Yes, yes, indeedy. All right, no big deal. That's actually just fine. But is a reason why we should probably put the interfaces on top here. So that's okay. We can go ahead and pick these interfaces up and put them on top. Toss these guys back in here. Cool. Wait, why are you in there? What? All right, you have those 2 in there, so I'll pick these guys up. Nice. Back in there you go. And I guess I do need to connect that one, but the other ones don't need to be connected. The rest should connect. Like, these guys should connect as normal. Is that good? We're good with this? I think so. Just to double check that everybody's happy, I should be able to request the creation of various dusts. Which if we look, nice, I can. Okay, so since the interfaces unfortunately can't pull stuff into the system, we're going to need to grab ourselves some import buses, which we use actually quite a bit for this build. See, import bus. Now we don't need to specify anything specific, just pull everything that you find. And we also have them auto-craftable, and actually let's make like 10, because, oh, I don't have any extra crafting CPUs, huh? Oh yeah, I guess not. Yeah, they're both making flint and gravel. So the issue here is that it's not going to call it completed until it's able to pull it back into the system. And I'd really like to craft things, so I'm going to go ahead and just cancel these out. And we can, we can test it again later. So, as we were, import buses. See, that's another good reason to make some more crafting CPUs, is a situation like that. Because as it happens, as we start making more and more and more and more and more of these machines, each one of those crafting processes for each one of those machines is going to count towards these crafting CPU maximum. So, yeah, just keep that in mind. We might need to swiftly upgrade our crafting storage to multiple CPUs, which means I might actually make a different room for that because, yeah, while just those two right there look cool, we're going to need more than just two for sure. All right, so right here we can put our import buses, which should take care of importing stuff back into the system, and these guys will need to be connected individually, which I wonder if actually... No, these would still need to be connected because it's not going to transfer data between the Sawmill and the interface. So this unfortunately does need to exist. This little square. I mean, I could technically just pick that up for now, which I guess I'll do. Save on cable. Nice. Okay, so with these import buses in here, it should have pulled everything in. Nice. Cool. So let me actually pick up that gravel, toss it back into the system, and let's test this again. Let's only request 30 flint this time. And let's request some fluix dust. Not that much. Times 20. Hell yeah. Go, go, go. Sweet. So it's going to grind up all these fluix crystals. This guy's going to grind up all the gravel. And since we don't actually have enough fluix crystals, this guy should have probably tossed some in there already. It's going to be done by now. It's pretty quick. Nice. So yeah, some more came in to fill it in. And we should be pretty happy campers. So that is the automated Sawmill. Hell yeah. Nice. And of course, as we need more Sawmills, we can add more. But these interfaces should keep us good for a while. There's honestly not too much stuff that needs to be ground up. I just needed to make sure I had two different Sawmills in the event that I needed silicon and I needed sand. Yeah, I don't feel like waiting on the sand and the silicon at the same time. Screw that. So with that, give me a moment. I will come back, and I think what we can automate next will be just, you know, smelting items. Because we're going to need to actually, we're actually going to need a couple of these alloy smelters. Because we're going to need alloy smelters that can furnace, and we're also going to need alloy smelters that can smelt stuff into alloys. So I'd say we need 4 total, 2 furnaces and 2 alloy smelters. Sounds good. So give me a moment. I'm going to get some stuff prepared, and I will be right back. All right, so I'm back, and I was actually taking a look at how to repair the hardened woodcutter from Steve's Carts. And apparently it needs to actually be like all together. Like there's no taking it all apart and yeah. So I actually need to put this back in here. Put this hardened the durability 0% hardened woodcutter back in here. And yeah. So whoops. I didn't know that. Like I said before earlier, the first time we needed to repair this guy is that didn't used to be a thing. Like you used to have to remake it. So I was just kind of doing what I normally do. But yeah, this time, yeah. So apparently you can just put metal into there and it repairs it like as a cart. Like you don't need to actually take it apart and fix it or anything. I thought you did. Oh well, not a big deal. Doesn't really hurt anything, but it does mean that thing's gonna have to sit in there for another 40 minutes being made up. Yeah, about 40 minutes. All right, no big deal. There's some coal in there, but not too much. Let me grab some more coal for that guy, and we can get back to what we were doing. The only reason I mentioned that is actually because a few episodes ago I mentioned that I was in the progress of repairing it, and I actually forgot about it for a while, and I just remembered about it. Went to look up how to actually do it because I couldn't figure it out, and comes to find out, yeah, I'm actually a tard. So anyway, as we were, what I want to actually do with this little centerpiece right here, because only one thing can go there because it's only one little block. I wanted to make a lot of those alloy smelters as normal, so let's actually make those up really quick while I'm blabbing. I also wanted to make the tree cutter that allows you to kind of like triple or quadruple the amount of wood that you have. And yeah, I thought that'd be really cool actually. Oh, you know what? We should actually automate the creation of machine chassis. I think that would be a wonderful idea. Of course, I am out of blank patterns. Nice and easy. Hell yeah, dude. You gotta love auto crafting, man. It is actually the best thing ever. Sweet. Alright, so. Alloy smelter. Here we go. Wait, what? What are you missing now? Oh, cauldron. Guess while I was in there, I should have actually made a bunch of machine chassis, huh? Oh well. I didn't actually need to make you, but I will actually make some of you. I'm low on energetic alloy. Well, just kidding. It's alright, because we're about to automate energetic alloy. Maybe not this episode, but we will next episode for sure. Because it is definitely something that is automatable. Sweet. Alright, so we have our 4 alloy smelters, which I wanted. But like I said, I also wanted to make the thermal expansion woodcutting machine. Which I've already made. I actually have it set up manually right now. And I kind of want to leave it there. Because like I said, I like having that access. I don't know why it's not showing up. It is thermal expansion, right? I'm not like a crazy person. Yeah, the sawmill, duh. Always forgetting the names of things, man. That's what happens when you get old. Sawmill. I want to make another sawmill. I want to automate it. I want to make sure that it's always working to chop up my oak wood. Because I mean, I don't really need oak logs. And if I do, I can just go grab some, you know. Alright, so machine frame. Make another machine frame. This time for... Oh wait, I actually already have some set up. That's pretty cool. Regardless. Be good to have it on hand. Just in the future, when I more than likely will need it more. Wait, did I drop it somewhere? What the hell? It's gone. I don't know what that was. That was weird. I guess when I scrolled, it like disappeared or something. Anyway, there we go. Machine frame ready to go. So yeah, sawmill. Copper gears. Good old gears. Yeah, now see, we were ready for the copper gears. Nice try, buddy. We are going to need an axe. Right? I do need an axe. Yeah, quick iron axe. And sawmill. Boom! More interfaces! See, this is definitely why one of the first things I have set up to auto-craft are these interfaces, man, because I'm going to make a ton of them. So anyway, as I said, this guy's going to be right in the center. Now, he does look a lot different from all the rest, but whatever. That's just going to happen. Oh yeah, I also wanted to grab one more piece of dense cable, which actually took forever to make, because it needed to craft so much stuff. There we go. So that should change to 4 of 32. Before it was 4 of 8. Now we're 4 of 32. Perfect. So you're going to actually drop down there like that. It's fine that they connect. No big deal. But I do need an interface and an import bus, which I thankfully have ready to go. Import bus on there like that. Interface on there like that. Hell yeah. So actually, I guess I won't force it to constantly chop up oak wood. I'll just make it so if I do need some sort of wood, be it birch, oak, etc., I can make sure I can, get the biggest bang for my buck, or biggest bang for my log, if you will. Let's clear you out, switch it to the old processing pattern, find ourselves our oak logs and dark oak wood and all that fun stuff. So oak wood equals... I am not actually sure how much oak wood equals in the sawmill, so let's actually take a look. I think it's 8, actually, which is like, holy crap. It's pretty nice. So let's see, we get 6, okay. You know what, you're just going to stay in there for now. Now, the downside to this is that we get a crap ton of the sawdust, which isn't really used for too much, but it's okay. All right, so we get 6 per 1. So we're going to toss that in there. We're also going to do this with the dark oak wood. I don't have any on me, like ready-made. What? Maybe I should have taken some of that oak wood up here with me. All right, well, in that case, let's just do it with birch real quick. And dark oak wood, why not? I just didn't want to have to make all this stuff up manually, man. It's such a waste. So dark oak wood, 6. Nice. Got that taken care of. Go ahead and toss our birch in there. Get him going. 4, 6. Nice. So obviously there's a lot more wood that we can do this with. Just for now, this is kind of what I have like on hand. Anything else I could use this on? I'm pretty sure we can do it with willow wood, but I'm not worried about the willow wood. That would be something that I would do manually, of course. Aha. Let's run down here, toss these guys in here, and test it out. So first things first, one thing I definitely use a lot of. Actually, you know what? I don't actually have any birch wood, so let's just go ahead and do this. Give me 100. Only 17 birch wood to make 102 wood planks. That's awesome. There it goes. Hell yeah. And of course, I can upgrade this guy to make him super fast, which I will do in the future. Right now, I'm not 100% worried about it. Like, actually, I'm not even like 10% worried about it. I'm 0% worried about it. You're not pulling the sawdust out. That's a little weird. Oh, you know what? This probably needs to be red. Wet. Why didn't they do that? Get back to work. Let's actually clear this out. Let's clear that out. So at the top, where everything's coming in, blue. And then on the back, where everything's coming out, I think this is the back, yeah? Orange. It should start pulling it all right. Right. There it goes. It's not pulling the sawdust, though. With the fact that it's not pulling the sawdust kind of concerns me. But not... Actually, I guess it concerns me quite a bit. Why isn't it pulling the sawdust? Why aren't you pulling the sawdust? Maybe I need this to be... Or it needs to be on a different side. Well, regardless, I guess for now I can just pull the sawdust out, and then in the future I'm going to mess around with it a little bit and see about making sure that it works 100%. Now if I... Okay, so if I close that up, that stops it completely. So this is definitely the back. Oh, there we go. Now it pulled it all. So what do you need to be switched to? Yellow? Nope. Why? Well, we can... Why are you being a pain? You know, honestly, it might actually be because this guy only has the one. Let's make a capacity card. Let's make a capacity card and see if that actually helps. Capacity... Wait, is that right there? Oh, I have one. Nice. I honestly don't think it'll make a difference, but it's worth a shot. Oh, we need more things to cut. All right, so let's request more oak wood. Oh, we didn't do spruce wood. We just did dark. Oh, okay. Okay, so let's do spruce. Almost forgot spruce. We actually use spruce wood quite a bit. Kind of surprised I forgot that one. Do I have any like normal spruce wood? Of course not. It's all chiseled up. So standard spruce wood, thank you very much. Give us 6. Whoop, not 6. Or not 7, 6 please. There we go. So let's run down here, put this guy in, and test it out. Obviously I would just put it in the interface thing, but I want to be down here so I can mess with it. So spruce. Okay, so we're watching this guy. He's not pulling. Okay, so he's pulling in the sawdust. So you'd think I would set it to yellow and it would be happy, but it's not. It's pissed. Wait, it just sucked up a bunch of spruce. What is happening? Well, like I said, I'll mess with this a little bit more off camera. It's obviously just a certain combination I need, or I might need 2 import buses. Or actually, maybe if I set this guy... No, because see, if I set this guy to sawdust specifically, it's only going to ever pull out sawdust, regardless of what I have it set on. So, again, I will go ahead and just mess around with this off camera, see if I can get it to work. In the meantime, I think we've kind of hit the end of the episode. If not, we can continue on. Just double checking here. Yeah, we have hit the end of the episode. So with that, I hope you guys enjoyed this one. We went ahead and automated the sag mill and automated the sawmill, kind of. Still trying to figure out how exactly we can get the import bus to also pull out sag mill and pull out the sawdust and the wood. Not really sure why it's being a little bit of a pain there, but we'll figure it out. So thanks for watching, guys. I have been Lanolin. Be sure to come by next episode where we're actually going to continue on automating things. I would like to automate the alloy smelter with the smelting of things like your standard smelting, like furnace type smelting, and alloy smelting, because that is definitely something that I'm really tired of doing by hand. Doing stuff by hand, you know, furnace, that's not too bad. You pop it in there, run off. But the alloy stuff, whew, that can get pretty old pretty quick. So with that, guys, thanks for watching. I have been Lanolin, and I will see you next time. Bye. Hey, I'm back. Just a minor little tidbit. I noticed that it will actually pull out everything eventually. Like, it will pull out all the wood planks and pull out all of the sawdust eventually. Just make sure that you have this guy set to your output. Orange is what I found worked best. The bottom right one is the rear. I noticed that when I removed the sag mill, what I noticed was that it was running and it was eating my planks. I was like, what are you doing? So yeah, this little guy over here was causing problems. I don't use thermal expansion too much. I'm more of an EnderIO guy, but we got it to work. So now, thank you for watching, and I will see you guys next time. Bye.